what is the kind of industry standard for release control? Well, you write a bunch of rules, often in pretty long form, vague documentation, and then you implement a process and a change management tool like ServiceNow, where you create forms with different pieces of evidence and answers to questions that you need to be filled in. You raise that change, you fill out that stuff, you ask for the permission, and then either that happens through asynchronous means or you have to go to a meeting to get that closed off. You get that ticket closed off, and then you can go off and do the deployment. And then you close that change. So that's kind of the manual approach. It can take weeks to get through that process sometimes. So what does that look like in an automated world? Well, all those facts that need to be inserted into that change ticket are collected not by people filling in forms, but by automated systems. And those facts are based on cryptographically provable things that are true or events that have happened. So say, like, what is the software we're going to deploy? You could say, you could write in a git commit in ServiceNow. But with binary provenance, you can say, this artifact with this SHA came from this git commit, and this is the one we're going to deploy. You can't change your mind after that. You can't rebuild the software and get a different one, different dependencies, different vulnerability scan answers. You know that this is the thing you're going to deploy. And you say, okay, well, even if we still need the human in the loop, how much of the rest of that process could be automated? Do we have all the change review, the code reviews in place? Do we have a collection of the Jira tickets? Have they all been signed off by the business? Do we have a vulnerability scan that meets our standards? Do we have test results according to coverage that we expect? Once those things are established, then engineers don't have to fill out forms. Data can be populated automatically. And maybe you can automate the change approval process. Maybe that can be a pre-approved change. So either you could come up with policies and standards internally that say these type of changes against those Jira tickets are pre-approved. So when the work gets done, and if all that work is according to our standards, it can go to production. So what you've done is automate all the record keeping, the decision making, and it's all based on zero trust. So there's no human error, and it's all completely codified.